Hi there, these comments are for KP and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, and you're completing my Speak Clearly 48 diagnostic post-test, and the purpose of doing the post-test is to see whether or not you have mastered all of the lessons in the pronunciation area of my online TOEFL course. Alright, so you're going to read 3 paragraphs, you're going to answer 3 specific questions, and then I will give you some final comments about your pronunciation and speaking fluency of American English. Alright, let's listen to you read the first paragraph.
Let understand the specific distance. When two people are talking to each other, let them stand a specific distance apart. Each person has an invisible boundary around his/her body into which other people may not come. If someone pierces this boundary, she/he will feel uncomfortable and move away to increase the distance between them. The major exception is family members and other loved ones. This personal distance is not due to body odor or bad breath, but because closeness lends a sense of intimacy that is at odds with the relationship to the other individual.
Okay, and let me take some notes here. Let's see what we have. So I think the T and the D, they tend to stand a specific distance apart. Be careful of the T and the D consonant sounds.
Interestingly, the average personal distance varies from culture to culture.
The V varies. You need to pronounce that V with more vibration.
Americans tend to require more personal space than in other cultures. Therefore, if you try to get too close to an American during your conversation, he or she will feel that you are in his space and will try to back away. Try to be aware of this. So, if the person to whom you are speaking backs away a little, don't try to close the gap.
Okay, now the other thing is the blending areas. So you want to work on blending the ideas within thought groups. So in this last sentence you'll say, try to be aware of this. So if the person to whom you're speaking backs away a little, don't try to close the gap. So it's backs away a little.
Also, try to avoid physical contact while you are speaking, since this may also lead to discomfort. Touching is a bit too intimate for casual acquaintances.
Okay, let's try this, these 2 words. Casual acquaintances. Casual acquaintances.
So don't put your arm around his/her shoulder. Don't touch his/her face or hold his/her hand. Shaking hands when you initially meet apart is acceptable, but this is only momentary.
Now, I've noticed in a few instances with the P, when you initially meet or part is acceptable, the P, you need to pronounce that with more air. So you're not putting quite enough aspiration on the P consonant sound. Now you're going to answer the 3 questions in Part B. This also gives me very important information about your speaking and your intelligibility of American English. So the first question is, who is your best friend?
Ashish is my best friend. I like to talk to him and I can discuss anything with him. Like, we don't have any secrets. We tell everything to each other. When he's around, I feel happy. I don't know how, but I feel so happy around him. Third,
you got to give an example in there, right? It says use supporting examples.
he has a solution to all of my problems. Whenever I have a problem, I discuss it with him and he suggests a solution to me.
For example, right? So you want to make sure you illustrate some of these ideas with details. This also shows me your language use, your control of your vocabulary and your grammar, and how well you can develop an idea. Second question is, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What will you be doing? Be sure to explain your ideas with supporting
I
details.
see myself teaching computer science and doing research at the same time at a reputed university. As a
I would say at a well-respected university is probably a better word there.
time at a reputed university.
Or reputable. That's what you're trying to say, reputable.
As I love computer science and in general programming and algorithms, I want to pursue a career in research in the field of algorithms and programming. 5 years from now.
Okay, so let's go to the last one now. The last question is, what's your favorite season of the
In
year?
summers, I get to wear. My favorite season of the year is summer. In summers, I get to wear very light clothing. Unlike winters, where I have to wear sweat.
Now the word wear, so when you're pronouncing that W sound, you want to round your lips and then kind of push them together and then make the sound.
And jackets to keep myself warm. And my birthday is in summers. So I get to celebrate my birthday every summer where I invite my family and friends.
You know, instead of saying my birthday's in the summer, if you want to make it more of an argument, say I also like this season of the year because I can celebrate my birthday, which is also during the summer.
And we enjoy together. Third, I feel summers are very, very relaxing. You can sit by the pool, enjoy the...
You had some trouble with this word here. Let's go back. Let me listen again.
You can sit by the pool, enjoy the...
You can sit back to enjoy. So when you're using an infinitive, you want to put more stress on the main verb, not on the preposition.
cold water.
Okay, so now the question is, if we go back to my online course, what specific areas in the pronunciation area of my course should you continue to study in order to improve? And also, let me look at your intelligibility. Okay, give me a quick second here. Okay, let's look over. Let's go to the pronunciation area of my course here. Okay, let's take a look. I still think this lesson number 12, the Luke, that particular sound, I think you can still practice a little bit more. Where else? I think lesson 14, the V consonant sound, you can still practice that one. Okay, anything else here? Let me keep looking. I think lesson number 23, the T and the D consonant sounds, you can still work on those. And I think in the other part of my course, yeah, I think still thought groups and blending you have not mastered. this. And you can also work, I think, on your intonation, speak core lessons 36 through 40. So these are some areas that you still need to work on. Now, based on my intelligibility scale here, 1 would be high beginner and 7 is native speaker. I'm trying to figure out where you are right now. I'm going to put you at about maybe 4.4 out of 7. So high intermediate levels, so you're still, if you're trying to get 26 on the speaking, I don't think you have mastered this area of my course sufficiently to reach that score. So your goal here is to try to move up 1 level down to 5.1. I don't think you're there yet, based on my comments. Alright, so thank you for doing this final post-test. Now, one other thing, remember that a combination, I think, of working in my online course, but more importantly, finding opportunities to use the language, to speak English, to do all those things, it really does make a difference.